I've been down here about 6 months, and I've died and gone to heaven. Because I run bands out of here, and I run a lot of musicians in North Shield, so I used to have to go back to Delaval, that's why I moved down here. But the atmosphere, the vibe, the people settling on in we call this the village. Well, it's a shop, Whiteley's, it's a crack, all that brings me down.
Can you tell me the sort of, a little bit about the shop and what it means to you personally?
Well, I come here for my breakfast every day, and it's not just for the food, and the food's good, it's the crack. I mean, it's Marty and Den in there are like Morecambe and Wise. They really are, they can crack you up. You can come in here full of your worries, like everybody has, and go out lifted. Absolutely brilliant crack. And you meet lots and lots of people sitting outside here, interesting characters, and the truth, stranger than fiction, honestly, it really is. I wouldn't live anywhere else.
Can you tell me a little bit about the characters that do come in here, that you've come across?
Well, there's I think the most notable one is Bertie Foster, who had just wanted to do that as a like edit.
I'll use this moment to change my camera position.
Right on. Okay.
Johnny?
And we'll take that as an edit point. And the motorbike is an edit point. Okay. Bertie Foster, ex-actor, but most importantly for down here, you had Bertie's. It was a cafe, and it was all done out 1920s style. And to show you how eccentric it was, he wouldn't let him bring a mobile phone in. No mobile phones at all. Half the customers ended up working as staff. Used to play 1920s records, 1930s records, 1940s records when he went. And it was like stepping back in time. And a lot of people that have passed, I've heard them mention, oh, is that place still open? Up there, they've asked me before, Bertie's, where's Bertie's? It's no longer there, it's an Italian restaurant. It's Zampa but it still has an immense reputation. The same as the shop. There's people all over the world who've been to Whiteley's. Because you've seen inside, retro suites, take you back to your youth and things like that. The signs that are up there with the humour on, which could possibly be repeated, some of them on here. But a great laugh, a village community, an absolutely all hippie balance, good vibe. Great vibe.
I know that you haven't lived here yourself for very long, but obviously you'll be aware of the fishing history in the area, and you'll come across people who have talked about that at great length with great passion.
That's kind of the kind of bittersweet thing about down here now. When you look at how beautiful the harbour is, and I watch the fishing boats from my window go out the door and come in. And there's very few of them now. And when you talk to people like Stephen Morse, whose father, Alan Morse, ran a big fleet out of here, and the amount of business that was done and the jobs that were down here at one time, it was a thriving fishing village, North Shield, full of fish filleters and the boats coming in. This place, according to like Stephen and Marty and all them lot who used to supply them, was buzzing, absolutely bristling with business and patter and banter and people earning a living. That's gone now. That'll never ever come back. So that's a real sad story. When you hear them on about it, it's heartbreaking. It's like the rest of the time, you know, we had the shipbuilding, lots of other things like that. It's all gone. All the skills are gone. So that's kind of bittersweet.
What do you think has caused that?
Pardon?
What do you think has been the cause of that?
Well, with the fishing industry, of course, it was the fishing quotas. I mean, I'm not an expert on that, but there's people that will talk to you at length about it, about how really ridiculous some of the things that were imposed on these people who were encouraged to build their boats up, to make them efficient like any other business. They did that, and then they were told, well, no, you can't, your boat's too efficient, you can't catch that amount. You have to catch a smaller amount. So they had invested all their money in all this equipment, and they can't use it to its full extent. So they cannot be efficient and they cannot make a living. So that's when they all had to sell it. And it's very sad. It's the saddest part. I mean, now the upside of all that is things have changed down here. There's restaurants, lots of restaurants. You've seen them, Italian restaurants. It's like that lately. You've got your fish and chip shops, and people come down to Shields now, North Shields, the FishQuay Village, for a day out. So you've got like a good vibe that way. You've got a good, you know, business thing going on there, and there's a thriving music scene going on, and a lot of great artists, musicians live down here, play up in the Maggie Bank, Porto, Malazzo sometimes, and there's a really good young scene going on. So you've got the end of the fishing industry and all that, all those jobs gone. But it's then replaced by it. It's almost continental. If the sun shines in Shields, you'll never get surfing here because they'll all be down. They'll all be down. Yeah. They're now reinforcing the quayside, which they have to do because that's actually crumbling away. And hopefully, we would like to get the local, not the council, the local music festival back.
Yeah, it was good when it was.
And all the people, you know, the local people supplying the food, and it actually benefiting the local people, the local musicians, the local shops, the local restaurants, the people who are here, not some outside firm or to be into some massive event which killed it really. Window to the world, there are important players from abroad. Not that I've got anything against that, but when you've got great local talent, I'm telling you, you will see a North Shields explosion. Quite shortly. Then people realise just what talent we've got down here. And I'm passionate about it. I hope I can live here for a lot longer because it just suits the cut of my jib. Yeah.
Great.
Yeah. All right.
You've done this before, haven't you?
Uh-huh.